Hello YouTube again, what's up? This is Adam Magic and welcome back to Magical Log 2. So yeah, pretty much started my workouts today. Those are pretty strenuous, if you do ask me. Just refilled my glass of water from it. I basically just got done working out like maybe 20 minutes ago. Sorry, I like to make sure I drink a lot of water. But also I drink some of my milk too to calm my heartburn from it. But yeah, so we'll get to that there in a minute. But first off, the topic of this one, I believe, is going to be editing videos. Most of you know I do have the Feed the Beast Insanity map going, and that's been going pretty good, except when I was looking at it, and when I had those 11 episodes recorded, and then I recorded some more, I ended up being at episode 34, and I'm not even halfway through. But then again, a couple of the episodes right after coming back from being sick were kind of like, what am I doing, blah blah blah, just running around in circles. But I couldn't just completely delete them because I was actually doing something in there, like in the midst of it, and I don't want to like just come back and you guys go, well, how the hell did you just get like 3 of the items that you actually need for this? So yeah, I just kept them in just for the hell of it. I did add the background music. I was trying out, you know, I did pre-record Minecraft music, so you know that doesn't violate the copyright laws or anything like that because it was recorded straight from the game, and you're allowed to use game music as long as it's for that game. So you know you can't go off and use Diablo 2 music for Diablo 3 footage. It's not copyrighted, it's not allowed. So yeah, there's that. And so I was looking at it, I'm like, you know what? Everybody else that, you know, I was just trying to see what the general ideal is for Minecraft. And sorry, my lip keeps flaking. For Minecraft, it's 15 minutes, like say Yogcast or something. 15 minutes, Captain Sparkle, blah blah blah. They're all 15 minutes. But whenever I looked up Insanity itself, it was at, I mean, people would sit there and just record their session and then upload it. And they would go anywhere between like 24 minutes to, some of them saw at 53, 58 minutes for one episode. And it's like, really? And then these people have like, you know, like 2,000-3,000 views. And I mean, that was like their first series. You know, and they haven't been out for that long, so you know, it's not like they have an alternate one or anything like that. I don't see them posting anywhere else or anything like that, so I really don't know how they do it. So I was like, you know what, screw it. I'll take it from 15 to 30 minutes, and that's gonna cut my episodes. Like, I was thinking to finish the entire map itself, doing everything that I need to just complete it, would take about 70 or so episodes. Cut that in half, you know, we're down to about 35. And right now, I mean, this is my little chart type thing I was going by. Episodes 23 and 24 were cut down to 23. So by then, I'm already down one episode. Episode 24 now is included episode 25 and 26. So now, you know, I'm ahead, and then it just boils up to episode 28, including what I already pre-recorded as episode 22 or 32 and 33. So yeah, it's quick, and you know, hopefully people actually end up still enjoying it. And then that leads me into the editing part of it. Since I was following Delane on the Bandicam and all that kind of stuff and how to edit, I was able to get mine out, even compressing it. He wasn't compressing his. I was using the H.264 compression in Virtual Dub to make the video sizes smaller, because my upload, for some reason when streaming, it's perfectly fine. It's like 6 megs. But when it's going to YouTube, they like to screw me over, and I swear, I was getting them up quick before just putting like the Minecraft music. That, for some reason, it was just going up, you know, I was getting like 300 megs per video, about 300 to 400, and then I'm actually making my own loops of free music to use, because I love Minecraft, but the music in there will put you to sleep, except for the Nether. music. That it actually has an upbeat type of, oh crap, you're here. All of the Minecraft, it's like mellow, calm down type of thing, and that doesn't work. So yeah, had to change that. So I was using the same song as I used in my first one, and I'm going to use it in this one again. It's the boarding or roading, whatever the hell. Can't remember exactly what it was called. Somebody just gave it to me. He actually made it himself, and he didn't have any license or anything like that. He was like, here, I just made this, just letting people use it. I was like, whatever, I don't care. Blah, blah, blah. He was like, I don't care if you make $100,000 off of it, if you make 20 cents. Just use it. It's yours. Copyright free, whatever. He wasn't in for it for anything. I don't think he posted it up anywhere. But it's a pretty badass song. I've heard a couple other people with it, but according to him, he didn't give it off to a whole lot of people. So yeah, and I checked his channel. He doesn't have it anywhere on there at all, any of his channels. So, but yeah, it's a pretty badass song. I think it kind of keeps you up more alert and all that, but I wasn't sure because it's Minecraft. It's kind of a darkish, uppity type of thing. It's not like I'm gonna slit your throat, blah blah blah, like some ICP crap or something. But yeah, that's pretty cool. And then, yeah, with the whole editing thing, that kind of brings me into a whole other topic that was actually really bothering me. That I was talking to Chris the Nerd, who I know formerly as Tarsius or Nomology. That's when I met him, was back in TGN, like December of, not last year, but 2011 is when I met Tarsius, who, went to Nomology, and that was the same channel, and then he went into Chris the Nerd, but from there, what was it, he started doing some of his videos because, he can't talk sometimes, so it's like, well, how are you getting away with the copyright? Now, see, I understand him. That's fine by me because he does a lot of talking in a lot of his videos anyways. He only has one, maybe two series out of all of his videos that he's ever done that he, doesn't talk in. And I understand, like, say, if I'm doing a speed rush and say, like, Portal or something, I'm not going to talk. I might say something here or there, but for the most part, I'm going to be focusing on the game. Trying to go as fast as I can, but actually just doing a let's play, that's what annoys me. And like I said, certain situations, like say if I was extremely sick and or hoarse, I don't think anybody's going to want to sit here and hear that kind of voice, and two, that's just going to make me sicker. Just going, it's just going to screw up my voice even more and make it worse. So just playing and maybe like saying, yeah, what's up guys, and then just, 10 minutes of silence, just a game. I think that's perfectly fine. But I've seen channels like he was showing me where this guy claims to be the best Let's Player because he can get episodes done faster because he doesn't talk and all that. And I'm pretty sure all of you know the only way that a gameplay is fair use is if there's commentary over it. Other than that, it's not in fair use. That's exactly what it states. Some games out there, I'm not sure, I think there's like maybe one or two games you're not allowed to actually play because even commentary doesn't make it in fair use, which is actually pretty lame. But, yeah, it's ridiculous. I'm not trying to put down anybody who, like I said, there is a place and time for it. If it's, if all you can do is record late at night and you can't talk, that's one thing. But this person completely believes that commentary is complete shit and that's it. So I don't see how they're getting away with it. Like, see, I would never report somebody like Tarsius or any of my friends or anybody that I've seen do a lot of talking in their videos and all of a sudden they have a series where they don't talk. But then they go into one where they do. So with that, that one guy, I would flag him in an instant. Alright, I did. It just annoyed me that he doesn't have to talk, so he doesn't have to spend any extra money on that, any thought process on what to say or anything. He just plays, records, posts it, that's it. if I was going to do that, I could have 10 episodes posted every single day of hundreds of games and not have to worry about it. Because I don't care what anyone says, commentary takes a little bit of talent, know-how-ish. I mean, mine sucks completely, and you can see I'm going bald. But yeah. So I don't know. That just got under my skin. I talked to Tarsius about it before, and I think Delane said something about it. I couldn't remember. But yeah. Other than that, I think it is time to actually get over to my workout videos. I mean, this isn't going to be like in a 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. No. This is just going to be me kind of narrating what I was doing, because I guess the camera I borrowed couldn't pick me up as how far away I had to be from the camera to actually see my body do it. And I don't have enough room in my room to actually work out. I mean, I have like a little sliver here that I could do like some push-ups and stuff, but the other room actually has space, but I still had to work around a couch. But yeah, either way, we'll skip over to that. I'll narrate it, and then, yeah, we'll probably just end it there. So let's get on over to it. So yeah, I'm just pretty much just doing the introduction here. I mean, hopefully, I'm just going to keep all the video, unless, you know, like just the very beginning of it, I'll cut it out. But yeah, it's just me just explaining that, you know, just I don't like getting my heart rate up, so right now it's just going to be all strength training and everything like that. And pretty much I'll just be showing you the room real quick that I'll be working out in. It's just like the next room over. And it's just, yeah, pretty much just that it. Or that's just it. But yeah, as you'll see, I mean, it's just plain empty. It just has a couch, 3 desks, my bad. One's my friend's. And that desk right there, you set the computer on it, and the cord, that's where my time-lapse computer would go. That's where I would go and play Minecraft, while my main computer would record the actual time-lapse, so I would have 1080p full-on. And then that's my little weight set right there. And then what I'm picking up right here at the couch is a lift bar, pretty much. I mean, you stick it, you know, you can just go right up here to the door. It has to be open, and you it'll stick through it and hold on. And I mean, this thing can support up to 250 pounds, I believe it is, 300. But yeah, all my friends are afraid to use it, but I'll sit there and use it. Wear myself out, but it's fine. But yeah, these are all of my weights that I actually have to use. And yeah, the first one right here is actually a 25-pound bell, I believe. It's not a dumbbell. I mean, you could use it as one, but yeah, I mean, you normally would just put it on a bar, but the bar I have is like maybe 2/3 the size of the hole of this thing. So I mean, I tried it and it just sat there and rattled, and that doesn't help anything. These are 10 pounds, and then these I got from my uncle, which are 20 pounds each. And, you know, they're adjustable. My brother used them last time, and he wanted one that had 30 pounds on it instead of just 20. So he took up 2 of the smaller ones and then just put them over there. So yeah, basically, first things first is to stretch. And of course, just so you know, I am just narrating these because the audio sucks. So yeah, you pretty much just straighten out your legs, reach for your toes type of thing. I like putting the other foot there just because it kind of stabilizes it, gives you something to hold on to a little bit, and you know, it's a different way to stretch. It also helps you stretch out the other leg as you're doing it. I do a count of 10 for each foot, and I mean, I'm not even actually touching my well, I kind of am. You know, I'm missing like maybe ½ an inch on the foot, so, but you're not supposed to bend your toes towards you. And of course I do double because, I mean, that it feels like you're getting a whole different stretch out of doing them both straight. And then after that, you want to stretch out your arms because, I mean, you know, just stretching period. I mean, even if you didn't actually do any strength training or anything like that, stretching just gets your blood flowing anyways. But since I am going to be doing a lot of weightlifting, I want to make sure my joints and arms are loose, so, you know, I don't end up pulling anything really bad. And then what I'm doing here now is stretching out your triceps, which is the muscle on the back of your bicep. Well, sorry about that. Don't know where that came from. Been yawning out of nowhere. And then, yeah, I just do each arm. I usually count for 10, depending on what it is. Some go for 5, some go for 15. And then this exercise, or this little stretch here, is just to like loosen up your spine, your back, give you a little motion. But what I'm showing here now is what I do when I do my Tai Chi as well. The slower you go, the better. I might actually show me doing some Tai Chi as well, because I do that to like try to calm my body. And I love Tai Chi, and I love all martial arts, but Tai Chi just seems like it comes natural to me. And yeah, so we have the standard ones where you stand up so you get your whole body into it. The reach down, touch your toes, and then the bend back, like what I was doing there, and then the bend sideways, both sides. Normally hold it for 10 seconds, but I already did it before I did this one. When I walked in, I always stretch. And then this right here, you can't really see it, but I mean, it looks kind of homo, but at the same time, it's at the gym. You don't want to do this. You want to do this like right when you get out of your car before you even head out. You're basically putting your legs together, spinning them in a clockwise and then counterclockwise 5 times, and it loosens up your knees. So, like when you bend over anything, you're not hearing the pops and all that, and it also helps from not pulling your muscles or dislocating your knees. So yeah, the first thing you would want to do is a crunch. And there are different variations of this. And the first one is like this, putting your arms back, resting your head, and then pushing up. A lot of people don't like that because considering that's, they say it's cheating. You're just pulling yourself up. So I like to do it. You just put your hands down, kind of like just touch your shoulder, where your shoulders will go, and then just pull up. Sorry about my rats again. So there's that as well. And you don't want to go all the way up because it is just a push-up, not a crunch. And that is a whole different set of muscles. Well, it's the same amount of muscles, but it also hits a different kind, and it does it differently. So, even though I said I don't like cardio, I do like to add it somewhere in my exercise, and this I found to be the easiest way to do it. So, it doesn't really get my heart rate all the way up, but it does help. So I do put my arms behind my head just so I can point, and then you can see my feet are up, and this is called a bicycle crunch. So basically your feet are up as if you're on a bike, and then you start kicking out as you're pedaling. So you start getting into like a little rhythm of that, and then as you get that rhythm down, you would strike as one leg comes in towards you with the opposite arm. But you'll see that here in a minute. I'm actually getting a little ahead of myself. I'm basically explaining that at first you're not getting the cardio. You do, but once you get it down, you start going a little faster. And as you can do more and more and more, I normally start with like 10 or so, and then after doing it for a couple weeks, I'm up to like 100, and my stomach doesn't hurt at all. So, you just sit here. Usually I start off doing my legs a couple times, and then I go. So see, I cross one elbow to the opposite knee, so that's hitting the side, and then you do opposite, and then that's just how the whole bicycle one. As you see, my legs are kind of going not straight out, but they're kind of going in like a circle, and now it actually started hurting my abs because I actually haven't done any of them in like 2 months. So I was only able to hit 15 right there. But I mean, these things are easy to do. You could just sit down. I know a bunch of friends who lost a lot of weight just doing crunches. 200 crunches. I mean, they'd sit there and do 25, and then they go back doing what they're doing. Whenever they had a break, they would sit down and just do 25 crunches, and then go back to what they're doing. So, yeah, I mean, like I was saying, I'd start at 15 or so, or as many as I can do, stop, rest for a minute, go back, do a couple more, 2 sets, and then I'm done of what as high as I could go. And then from there, you just keep going. I mean, the first couple days, 2 or 3 days, the third day is what they consider the hump. If you can't get past that, then you're pretty much doomed for it. So as I keep going, tomorrow I might be able to hit 20. Or I might get 13 before it starts hurting. But I'll make sure I add an extra set, but towards the end of my workout, after my abs have a chance to rest. You just slowly increase it, and then just out of nowhere, after like a month, you're sitting there doing them, and then as you'll see, I'll demonstrate it right here, but now I'm actually explaining what I do. As you turn, as you just do a normal crunch, you're just doing your abs, but when you turn to the side, there are muscles that wrapped around the sides of your stuff that will actually tighten your love handles. So that's what that's good for. You're getting the crunch, so it's hitting your abs, and then it's also hitting the side part that will tighten in those love handles and give you your waist back. So of course, you could also help that as well doing this kind of yoga move I used to do. Really can't see it because my shirt's black and everything else and the lighting sucks. But you basically just put your arms straight up, your legs off, and then you kind of bend in. You kind of like go from straight to bending in, and it like does your back and that. And then, of course, the good old standard push-ups. You want to keep them, width apart so you're even. Do as many as you can. I try to do 10 here. I only got to 9. But at this point, my anxiety was already really high. As you can see, I'm sitting there trying to calm myself down as doing this. My breathing is feeling weird because I'm focusing on it. And of course, I'm focusing on it because I know you have to breathe correctly. And of course, just like anything else, make sure you stay well hydrated. Don't drink pop or anything like that. But if you have to, there's nothing else around. Pop it does have some stuff in it to keep you at least a little bit hydrated. But just get some water. I'm in my house. I have a filter, so I don't have to carry around bottles or anything like that. I just get a nice tall glass of cold water. So yeah, you want to make sure you're hydrated. And I mean, there's a lot of diets just drinking 8. You make sure you drink. You just drinking 8 glasses of water a day will actually help you lose a lot of weight too. So, going from that, we actually have all that kind of good stuff. And with my anxiety, it really doesn't help because water, for people with acid reflux, can cause heartburn. It's just a matter. Sometimes I can eat the spiciest stuff and it doesn't do anything. But even my anxiety right now is out there, and just a little bit of sweating I'm doing on my head and like my armpits and all that, it's starting to bother me. The sweating isn't bothering me, it's the fact that I think my heart's going too fast, but I can't feel it. So here's another type of exercise. They do these normally in like the military with the fist. Here's another one. I can do the one-legged push-up. There's the one-handed, but I was trying to do it with just one leg, so I kind of failed at that. I used to be able to do it as a kid. I used to be one hand, one leg, but I kind of lost my balance. But here I'm demonstrating I guess they would call them women push-ups, I guess. I've never heard of them anyway. But they're really good for women getting started or heavy-set people who want to get in shape, who really can't go on their feet because it really does it. And remember, doing all this kind of is you're lifting your whole body. So right here we actually have me showing you my first actual set of weights, and I'm trying to show you a 10-pound weight that you can't actually see in this damn light. So I do have 2 of them. This workout consists of your biceps. Pretty much just basically focuses on them because you're resting it like right in that little groove right after your kneecap, right where your leg kind of dips in. You stick your elbow right there, and then you extend your arm all the way down. Then you pull it all the way up to your chest, and then you just do it. And you can watch your biceps. Yes, these are 10 pounds. I'm not trying to impress anybody right now. This is the first workout. You always go easy on your first one. You don't want to go completely all out because you'll end up messing yourself up. Every time you work out, you're tearing your muscles. That's what makes them bigger. So you don't want to go out and go, okay, I haven't worked out in a month or whatever. I'm going to go straight to 50 pounds. I mean, if you're a big guy, that's one thing, but I'm not a big guy. So 10 pounds, I believe, was just fine. After, tomorrow I might still do 10 pounds. I just might do a couple more reps. But then I'll go up to the 20 pounds and go from there, and slightly take them up to 30 and all that. just eventually get there. Work your way up. Don't instantly go there, because if you just go to high weight, you're just pumping air, you're not building muscle. So yeah, I'm going to do a couple, I just did a couple more sets of those, and then we head on to the next one. Now this exercise actually shows you how to do your triceps. These are the muscles that are on the back. You got your biceps, which are on the front, your triceps, which are on the back. And pretty much I'm just sitting here explaining when me and my brother mess around or whatever, just pushing or forcing each other. You can really feel just doing that kind of gives you a little bit of strength. So you grab onto it with both hands wrapped around it, and you lift straight up behind you. Not above your head, but just straight up from where the weight is. And I do pull off a little bit of a stupid, idiotic move right here where I stretch my chest, which isn't, you don't do that. Don't let go of the weight unless it's like further down below your head. I used to use the 25 pound, but that kind of like creeped me out a little bit. So I was like, nah. So now that I got the other weight, I could always just do that one. But you want something that you could just lay your hands on in a like kind of a diamond shape. And there's that. You do want to kind of do these while standing up. You can do them on kneeling down, but yeah, as long as you keep your back straight, you're good to go. So yeah, other than that, our next exercise that I normally do, and sorry, as you can see, my breathing, I look kind of weird trying to breathe, but it's my anxiety. I'm trying to show you guys that. And the water, I'm trying to stay hydrated, but at the same time, it's starting to mess with my heartburn. Right now, I mean, I'm recording this 20 minutes after the whole workout, and I still have the the heartburn from it. It got worse after I sat down and it had a chance to build back, build up, because right there it was starting. So yes, this next exercise I'm actually about to show you also helps out your triceps, but it also helps out your forearms a little bit as well, and your shoulders a lot as well. But what it also hits, what a lot of people don't like to focus on, which would be like something like the Bowflex or something like that, is stabilizing muscles. These are the little tiny muscles in your elbows, your wrists, your shoulders, your legs, your thighs, everywhere. Stuff that helps you stabilize. Like if you get in that awkward position and all of a sudden your leg starts twitching because you can't hold it up just right, those are stabilizing muscles. Holding something straight out and your arm starts to shake, that's a stabilizing muscle in your wrist, your elbow, and your shoulder. So as you can see right here, I have both, and you normally do this standing up, but you can do it like this as long as your back's straight. But see, just holding it not even perfectly straight out, just barely a little less, my arm starts to shake, and I pull them down. So yeah, you want to make sure you do that, and you could always just do the sets if you don't have to. Just do a set on one arm, go to the next arm, do a set, rest for a couple, 30 seconds, then go back. And of course, if you do them too fast, you don't want to do it too fast, because if you start rocking, that means it's too heavy, or you're going too fast, and that's just gonna mess you up. Because as soon as you stop, you're gonna like fling yourself forward, and it's just gonna mess it up. So yeah, that's pretty much the rotation there. And I mean, doing all these, I end up doing my set here in a second, and I only get to 7. So I think my total for doing those was like 11, 15 or so. And I mean, they'll get better as you go. So yes, we do have our last exercise. I was going to show you the bar, but the video for it messed up. So I mean, the video didn't actually mess up, it was the actual camera. It just died, and I don't have any batteries or anything like that. And yeah, it's already late as it is. I had so much stuff I had to do. At like 9 o'clock I was able to work out at night, so yeah. But of course there are other exercises. There's a lot that I haven't shown because of course my anxiety was getting to me, and I didn't want to waste time showing you guys all that kind of stuff. And of course I will be trying to make these a separate video of just my workout once I get a better video camera and get like a tripod or some other way, or someone to just like get my brother or my friend or a neighbor or something just to come in and just hold the camera while I am just watch me do my workout real quick. I might have to pay him like $10 to sit there for 30-40 minutes and watch me, but yeah. So here I'm just giving a couple tips, you know, just make sure you stay hydrated, make sure you eat, don't eat right before you work out. I usually get the best results right when I wake up, then work out, and then go eat, because if you eat, then work out, you're just burning off those calories you just ate. If you work out and then eat, you're burning calories that are in your body already, your fat that's on you, all that kind of stuff. And then you eat, so then your body's like, okay, sweet, so we just got some food, so now we can actually, now we got the energy, we can just replenish and blah, 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 and it's actually boost my energy levels doing it like that. Now, I woke up at like 11 or 10 this morning because I was up all late playing with friends, you know, gamer status, playing with friends and all that kind of stuff and streaming, so yeah. And of course I'm grabbing for it because I was thinking I was gonna do it, but of course that failed, so yeah. I hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to rate and subscribe.